In today's video, we will be looking and exploring at part 1 of some of more than 30 remarkable, greatest miracles of all times that were performed by Jesus Christ. Before we start, welcome to our channel, where we share with you daily videos about the Bible stories that were based on true facts and much more. After witnessed by individual people that God chose to work through, as well as those who were Jesus' chosen disciples. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified when we upload new videos. Let's get started. Have you ever heard a story so powerful it sticks with you long after it ends? This is how Jesus performed his greatest miracles that left the world speechless, but praised his holy name forever. Whether you're religious or just curious, these miracles have been told for over 2,000 years and still being taught about in present times, not just because they were amazing, but because of what they revealed about love, faith, and hope. The Bible talks about many miracles that Jesus Christ performed during his ministry on earth. In fact, it's said that he performed more than 30 miracles, which included healing the sick, raising the dead, calming storms, and more. But which was the greatest? We will find out in this video. 7. Water turned into wine. One of the most famous miracles that Jesus did was turning water into wine. This miracle is recorded in all 4 Gospels, and it was the first miracle that he performed at the wedding at Cana in Galilee. When the supply of wine ran out at the wedding, Jesus' mother, Mary, told him, "They have no wine." Jesus then told the servants to fill up 6 stone jars with water. These were used for Jewish ceremonial washings, and each jar could hold about 20 gallons of water. Then he told them to draw some out and take it to the master of the feast. When the master of the feast tasted the water that had become wine, he didn't know where it came from. He called the bridegroom and told him that everyone else had drunk the wine and then the water. He saved the good wine until the end because he wanted to honor the bridegroom. By performing this miracle, Jesus showed his glory, and the guests and people in attendance believed in him. At No. 6, raising Lazarus from dead. Another amazing miracle that Jesus did was raising his friend Lazarus from the dead. This miracle is recorded in John chapter 11. When Jesus heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was for 2 more days, and then he told his disciples, "Let us go back to Judea." On the way, they met a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years. She couldn't be cured by any doctor, and she had spent all her money on treatment without being healed. When she touched Jesus' cloak, she felt the power leave his body, and she was instantly cured. Jesus told her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." After this, they reached Bethany, where Lazarus lived with his sisters, Mary and Martha. When Martha heard that Jesus had come, she went to meet him, but Mary stayed home. Martha told Jesus that if he had been there, her brother would not have died. So Jesus told her, "Your brother will rise again." Martha believed that he would rise in the resurrection at the last day. However, Jesus told her that he was the resurrection and the life. When he spoke to her, he meant that Lazarus would rise. When they arrived at the house, Mary was sitting there weeping. Many people had come to comfort her, and they were all grieving for Lazarus. Jesus told her, "Where have you laid him?" Okay? And they led him to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone in front of it. Okay? Take away the stone, he told them. Martha protested because she thought it was too late to raise her brother. But Jesus insisted, and they removed the stone. Then he cried out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth!" And the dead man came out, bound hand and foot with burial cloths. The people were astonished, and some even said, "This is a great prophet who has come." At number 5, raising a 12-year-old girl formed dead. Another great miracle that Jesus did was raising a 12-year-old girl named Jairus from the dead. This miracle is recorded in all 4 Gospels. Jairus was the leader of the synagogue, and when Jesus heard about his daughter, he went to his house with his disciples. On the way, a woman who had been bleeding for 12 years touched Jesus' cloak and was immediately cured. When they finally reached Jairus' house, they told him that his daughter was still alive. But as they were going to the house, another messenger met them and told them that the girl was dead. So they didn't need any healing for her. But Jesus told him, "Don't be afraid. Only believe, and she will be saved." Then he allowed only Peter and a few other disciples to follow him into the house. When they went into the room where the girl was lying, he told them, "Why do you make a fuss? She's not dead, but sleeping." They didn't understand what he meant, so he drove them all out, took the girl's hand, and raised her from the dead. She was 12 years old. The girl then got up and began to walk around. Jesus told them not to tell anyone what had happened, but to give her something to eat and drink. At no, for opening the eyes of the blind man, another incredible miracle that Jesus did was opening the eyes of a blind man. This miracle is recorded in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. As Jesus was traveling, he met a blind man begging by the roadside. When he heard Jesus passing by, he cried out, "Have mercy on me, Jesus, Son of David." Some people scolded him and told him to shut up, but Jesus stopped and called the man. He put some clay or mud on the man's eyes, then laid his hands on him and asked, "Do you see anything?" The blind man looked up and said, "I can see people walking around, but they look like trees walking." Jesus then sent him home to wash in the pool of Siloam. When the man washed himself, received his sight, and he went away praising God. People were amazed when they saw that he could now see, and they asked, "Isn't this the man who used to beg by the temple wall?" They were surprised because he was able to see. Number 3, healing the leper man. Another astonishing miracle that Jesus did was healing a leper. This miracle is recorded in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. A man with leprosy came to Jesus and begged him to heal him. He said, "Lord, if you are willing, you can cure me." Jesus reached out and touched him, saying, "I am willing. Be clean." Immediately, the leprosy left him, and he was healed. Jesus then warned him, "Don't tell anyone, but go and show yourself to the priest and offer the gift Moses commanded as a testimony to them." However, the man went and told many people, and soon many came to Jesus seeking to be healed of various diseases and ailments. At no 2, commanding the storm on the sea to cease. Another awe-inspiring miracle that Jesus did was commanding the storm on the sea to stop. This miracle is recorded in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. One day, Jesus and his disciples were in a boat with other people crossing the Sea of Galilee. Suddenly, a strong wind began to blow, and the waves crashed over the boat so that it began to fill with water. Everyone was afraid, and they woke Jesus up and told him, "We are going to die." He stood up, rebuked the wind and the waves, and everything became calm. They were amazed because he had power over the winds and the water. And he asked them, "Why are you so afraid? Don't you have faith in me?" Then he calmed the storm, and they arrived safely at their destination. These are just a few of the many miracles that Jesus Christ performed during his ministry on earth. Us followers believe that he has all power and he is the Son of God. What do you think about these miracles? Which one was the greatest in your opinion? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to be notified when we upload new videos.